Thank you. So GDOT announced some staffing shortages that are forcing them to scale back their roadside assistance program, also known as the HERO unit.
So this move comes specifically during the overnight hours when the DOT says they see about 9% of their calls. 11 Alive's Molly Oak is joining us live. So Molly, walk us through what this is going to mean for drivers.
Well, Cheryl and Aisha, just for some perspective, GDOT says when it is fully staffed, it has around 125 HERO operators. Right now, it has about 60. Late night drivers, listen up. GDOT says it needs to reduce the HERO hours, specifically during the overnights.
There is a high level of burnout when you're asking 60 people to make the impact that it's meant for 125. We wanted to be respectful of our current heroes and really set the stage for success for the future of the HERO program. And that does at this time mean a reduction of hours.
The new schedule will start by July 1st. On weekdays, it runs from 5 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. On weekends, HERO starts an hour later, from 6 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. GDOT says it gets a majority of its calls for help during these hours and only gets about 9% of the calls overnight.
These modifications will result in a greater HERO presence at the times when the greatest number of incidents occur.
The HERO service area covers 382 miles of routes across Metro Atlanta. During this temporary change, GDOT is also scaling back to 247 miles. The Coordinated Highway Assistance and Maintenance Program will pick up the remaining 135 miles of coverage area. During the overnight hours, GDOT says HERO operators will be on call for any serious incidents. And GDOT says the goal is to be back to 24-hour coverage by next year. Guys.
All right, so short term, but impactful nonetheless. Molly, thanks a lot.
But when you hear something like this, bringing in our traffic expert, Crash Clark, to kind of break it down, because it doesn't mean that there's no coverage. You just might get a different face to respond.
Right. I'm a big fan of the HERO program out there. These men and women putting their lives at risk to help us. And the one thing we want to stress, even though we will see less heroes out there, do not get out of your vehicle. Do not attempt to change a tire. Do not attempt to service your car. If you can, get off to the side of the road on the right. Call 511 for assistance, or if you have to, call 911. But again, do not ever get out of your vehicle when you break down.
All right, Crash Clark, thank you so much for that.